Oh boy, more critters. Stick around. Hi, folks. Old Man Grognard here. Hope you're all doing well. And I've got a new review. Oh boy. And I am reviewing today the Creature Cache from New Big Dragon Games Unlimited. And it's from the fertile mind of Richard J. LeBlanc Jr., one of my buddies. And it's got a lot of critters in here. If you remember his earlier work, the Creature Compendium, that had a lot of good ones in there too. He also put out 3 little books that comprised, well, over here, part of that. And there are 3 of them combined in here, plus half of a 4th one he didn't finish. But there's a lot of stuff. Let me read what he said on the book. By the way, here's the book. This is the hardback. He says, undertaken as a quarantine project in 2020 and inspired by the images produced by a host of legends of pulp illustration, this volume attempts to capture the spirit of the early days of the hobby. The result, a compendium of over 200 monsters statted up for classic editions of the world's original role-playing game and comparable retro clones. So, you can use this with BX, with OSC, with Swords and Wizardry, with Osric, with all that other stuff. Now, I haven't even finished going through this book, and every time I turn, I find something I like. It is just a wonderful, wonderful monster book. And let me show you what they look like. First of all, most of them have a 1-page spread. And there's a few, like this one, that has a 2-page spread. There's one that has a 4-page spread because it has to do with, the creatures are different, so they got tables for, their minor powers, major powers, stuff. But that's like an exception. But like 95% of these critters have a 1-page, and that's the Arurumba. Help me, Richard. Arurumboa. Now, if that doesn't scream Conan, something's wrong. I mean, look at that thing. It's great. I just love stuff like that. And since I'm doing a Hyperborea game, he fits. Here's what they usually have, a single page. Like this, you get the stats on the left side, a description on the back side, or the right side. And on the bottom, he gives you the, unless the creature's like got a disposition where it attacks immediately when you say it, or it runs or something, he gives you a 2d6 table of reactions for every creature in here. It is so nice. I love stuff like that. This is the Bogus Angel. Now, this would make a good NPC, I think. It's Fae, not really an angel, but you could probably use it as an NPC for information and things like that, or helping along the PCs or something. And I'd like to use that one. I love this one. This is so John Carter. This is a cheetah-roo. A cheetah and a kangaroo mixed. And it's deadly. There's a lot of deadly monsters in here. And some are like deadly, some are different. They have variations on giant ants. They have a few variations on giants. Didn't see any dragons in here, but it's got a few variations on things. And this one just, oh man, I'm dying to use this one. Then you get the really strange ones, like the Cloud of Evil Faces. I could use this. It appears and it attacks. It says here, they'll be in locations where presence of evil is overwhelming, allowing intrusion from the negative energy plane. So they're from the negative energy plane. That's nice. They got a frightful moan and necrotic breath. They can detect alignment automatically, looking for those kind of people. See where it says reactions, Cloud of Evil Face can detect alignment automatically, will always attack immediately. So you get to see that too. But this one sounds like a fun one. Throw that in the dungeon to keep your players off guard. Here's another one, the Crypt Snitch. Now, you know my weakness for undead, and they've got a lot of good undead in here. Or not good, but I mean fun undead that you can use. There might be 1 or 2 of them, I don't know. But this guy, he is an undead of finks, traitors, and betrayers who hang around tombs and stuff to mess people up because they think they're a self-appointed sentinel for a tomb or dungeon, and they just like to cause, they're a nuisance. They're almost a kind of a deadly nuisance, but they're a nuisance. Here's another one I liked: the knoll, the Nowl. These are like dog bear critters who they got a third eye, and they're chaotic, and I guess they can cause trouble, but they'll also parlay and go into agreements with, work for hire type of thing, work for food or whatever, go up to a farm and say, but they're very thin-skinned and get offended easily. So that's something you can play around. And here's one of the more, oh my God, type of creatures: the gut sucker. Oh my goodness. This critter, it attacks. If it hits, you come right into, you get right up against its mouth, and it does 1d4 damage the first round from blood loss. And it attaches. And every turn, it's 1d4 plus 1 loss. And if it does 5 or more adjusted points of damage, it says here, the victim must save versus death or die from having his vital organs sucked out of their body. My gosh. I'm not going to use this for a while, at least for a while. They got to get up pretty high level to use something like that. Anyway, that's this book, The Creature Cache, and it's a beautiful book. The paper's nice. You can't see through it, and it just shines. I love this stuff. You know how I'm sucking for monster books anyway. Okay, where to get it? PDF is a drive-through RPG. Okay, it's $10. Now, the print is at Lulu. It's $19.95 for the paperback and $29.95 for the hardback. But I think it's well worth your look, well worth the money paid. And I pay twice as nice, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's my review of The Creature Cache. Go out and get this. This is a great book. New Big Dragon Games puts out some great books for old school stuff, or even new school stuff. Probably using 5th edition. But anyway, if you guys like this, like, subscribe, hit the bell, blah, 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 blah. All that kind of stuff. I would kind of appreciate it, Anyway, until I see you next time, bye-bye.